guys. Came out of our apartment. Finally, the rain has ceased for a little bit. Might rain later today, I don't know. But there was just a hub of activity. Motorbikes parked everywhere. Restaurant stalls full. Food carts all open up. I couldn't figure out why. What was going on in my little street? And then I realized the school over there is open. The one right next door. That is pretty awesome news. And it's awesome because, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, schools are now opening in phases, little by little. I didn't think this one here was big enough to be included in that first phase, but apparently it is. So that is pretty cool. So look at all this traffic. It is now a hub of activity. I guess we got out at the right time. It's lunchtime. Morning classes should be done. And I guess I'll have some afternoon classes coming up this afternoon, of course. I like it. Say hello. Yes, you can definitely tell Chumben is over, the holiday. Definitely a hub of activity. At least in my part of town here. People are getting back to their normal lives. Everything's open again. There were a couple times during the holiday, the restaurants we like to go to right down the street from us on our street, they were all closed. We would come down this street and the ones close to us were closed. All those cheap little street food places we like to eat at. At one point we found ourselves wandering aimlessly around trying to find an affordable place to eat. Everybody was celebrating the holiday, closed their businesses for the week. But the good thing about the city, there's always something. You can always find something. If you can't find it where you are, just take a little trip. Walk around a bit, or if you have a motorbike, just get on and ride, and you'll find something. A question in my inbox concerning money here and banks. And if you're a long-time viewer, you know I've answered these questions before. However, as I say, I don't expect anybody to be new to my channel and try to slog through all the past content just to find a specific answer. Which is why I tell people, we're connected on Facebook, you can send me a message. If you're a supporter, you already have my email address, feel free to email me. That is my real email address. You get all my exclusive video links from. So or you can leave me a comment here, although if you want a more detailed direct answer, either email or use Messenger. But anyway, they were asking if it would be better to bring all of their savings with them in cash when they finally come over here, or just suffer through the ATM fees. keep their bank account back home open and just use their debit card to get cash out of the ATMs here. And there are fees for that. But yeah, I would say, and this is what I did, I did not carry a lot of cash with me on the plane. Depending on where you're coming from, mine took 38 hours, including layovers. There's just a lot that could happen. And the last thing you need to do is show up in the country and realize your money has either been stolen or you dropped it somewhere or you forgot where you stashed it. It's not a good thing. So yeah, there are going to be ATM fees, but it is better, I think, to pay those fees, keep your money in your bank account, the majority of it, rather than bring it with you in cash. I think I brought with me, if I'm remembering correctly, like $300. $100 was for my first 2 weeks in a guest house. I already knew what that price was going to be. And then I had a couple $100 for incidentals and things I might need until I could get out and explore and figure out the ATM situation, which ones to use, how much the fees are going to be, and all that good stuff. And I did all right. I think that was a good amount. Come to find out, I didn't really need to bring even that much. Oh. Oh, man. Normally, I wouldn't keep that blooper in there, but you know what I'm going to? Hang on a second. This is going to be messy. Oh, yeah. Hang on to that. Okay. My gimbal just gave up the ghost as far as batteries go. I need to charge it. So the rest of this video is going to be a little shaky, I'm afraid. I just lost my gimbal. I knew I should have charged it. I knew I should have. But we are limited on our electrical outlets in our small little apartment. But luckily both of our phones are charged, so I can do that when I get back. But I apologize for the rest of this video, the shakiness. But anyway, as I was saying, I would always recommend to use ABA bank ATMs, even if you don't have an account there. They're about the same fees as other banks. And as I've said before, I also recommend taking out as much as you're going to need for a longer period of time once you're here. Like, don't take out $20 every other day, even though the fees for that might be cheaper, maybe a couple bucks. It's going to add up over the course of a month. Whereas if you pay one big fee, let's say $9 or $10, which you can get out $700 or $800, or however much you'll need for the month, you're actually saving money that way. And when you go out, after you get the cash, when you go out, just take what you need for your trip. Certainly don't carry, $1,000 in cash on you wherever you go. Keep it back in your guest house, your hotel, or your apartment, whatever you have. Keep it in a safe place. And just take with you what you need and you'll be okay. I've never had anything stolen from me here. Although petty crime does happen. Snatchings, crimes of opportunity. Apartments do get broken into. That has been on the increase since the pandemic. Unfortunately, but it happens. Businesses being broken into, things being stolen out of unsecured apartments. But for the most part, you should be fine. So that would be my advice. Only bring 200 or 300. If you already have if you're going to stay at a guest house, you should already know what that price is going to be total. Bring enough for that, at least a few days for things to eat and drink. And then if you're coming to see them reap and you're unsure about the ATMs, well, when you get here, give me a holler. I'll be more than happy to show you to the ATMs and make sure you get that done properly without going to a place that might overcharge you. And if you're coming here to stay long term, of course, you can always open your own bank account. I believe ABA Bank, you can start with as little as $10, and you'll get a debit card. Their app is very useful, and it's generally considered one of the better banks for foreigners in Cambodia. And of course that means you don't have to you won't have any ATM fees at all if you use their ATMs at the ABA Bank. And they are everywhere. ABA ATMs are all over the city. So you shouldn't have a problem. Oh, I need some cash. I don't want to go all the way downtown to the main branch. Not a problem. Seafood. Hey, so I hope that answers your question. Be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions about living here or moving here. And I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can, if I know the answer. I don't know everything, but I can try to find out. Oh, look at that, muddy. Everything is muddy. Jeremy and Claire from Channel 4 Real said their road is like a red mud pit from all the rain over the last week. And I believe it. It's one other thing you should know, I guess. The drainage and sewer systems here are not great. So when it rains, streets do flood. They flood very often and very quickly. So if you're going to be out and about, that's something to take into consideration. One time I was walking, it was raining, but I had the umbrella. I ran out of smokes. The place down from the apartment I was staying at, they were closed. And so I went looking for more. I walked down Watbo Road, and that's kind of a major road in that part of town. Walked down Watbo Road. Yeah, there's an ABA ATM right there. And there was a large section of it that was flooded. The only way to get to where I wanted to go was to slog through the dirty rain water. And it was up to my shins. It was horrible. Motorbikes would drive into there and it would cover the shoes of the people who were driving, or passengers. And after I finally got back, first thing I did was take a very long shower because the water is dirty. If you could have little cuts on your leg or feet that you're not aware of. You don't want anything to get infected. And that's my third tip for you. It's, as you know, it's hot here all the time, all year round. So a little cut or things that would be no problem back in the West, they can get infected fairly easily here. So if you get scratched, if you get, you snag your arm or your shirt on a fence or something and it scratches you, whatever the case might be, you want to be sure to clean it and sterilize it until it's healed up. I've seen pictures and posts in Facebook groups of people who said, "Hey, I bumped my shin on a door about a week ago. It didn't look too bad, so I didn't do anything." And then they show a picture, and it looks horrible because it got infected. I brought with me 3 little tubs of Sudocrem, and that so far has lasted me a long time, and it works great for sunburn, scratches, cuts, bug bites, everything. Even though it's originally meant for a diaper rash, but it works great for all that stuff as well. There's another bank of ATMs. Various banks have theirs inside, so you can pick the one that belongs to the one you want to use. Good to go. So yeah, those are my 3 tips for coming over here. How much cash you should carry. Be careful of the rain, no matter how innocent it may look. And definitely take care of scratches, bug bites, and things like that. And be more diligent about it than you would back where you come from, because it's very easy to get infected because of the heat and the dust and everything else floating around. You don't want to walk around with open wounds on yourself, that's what I'm saying. Alright, this felt good. Getting out, walking around. We've been stuck inside way too long. And now we have to go back, finally get to go back out to the village. That's going to be great. We'll be teaching some English for the day while the ladies prepare the food. And then we'll all be eating good. Alright, be sure to check out all my links down below. If you want to donate to help support our efforts here to feed people and educate them at no cost to them, that's how we do it. We do it through your donations and your donations only. There are links down below for my PayPal. You can join my Patreon or go to buymeacoffee.com/DDC if you don't want to sign up for anything. You don't even have to sign up to it. You can just send it anonymously. But if you do any of those things, I'll send you exclusive videos, first look videos, copy of my books, and other goodies to come. So you'll be getting something in return as a way for me to say thank you. And because I finally received my first part of my stimulus money, we met our goal for this month. So all the money we get now, we're going to apply to next month. And next month's goal is the same, $350. We'll be good to go. and there will be matching donations up to a certain amount from the kind people at the Parishioners Coalition back home in Michigan, who also do their own work with the homeless in that area, Flint, Michigan. Shout out to Flint. There's also a lot of links down below for other channels in Cambodia. You might be interested in watching those, seeing more. Do give them a look and subscribe to their channels. All the links to my books are down below, all my social media, and a couple surprises are down there. You have to check them out if you want to know what they are. Alright. Gonna go charge up my gimbal. And as always, I want to thank all my supporters. You make it happen. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one.